What up YouTube, it's Misery's Company, and in this video we're talking about the very best PvE, just sort of all around build for the Necro. I just came out with a PvP video a few days ago, well really last week, but in this video we're talking about only PvE. I'm going to showcase the skills of this build, obviously all the different legendaries, the set gear, and everything in between. But I also want you to watch to the very end because there's two little changes that you could make to do even more damage than what I'm doing right now. So without further ado, let's get straight to it. We of course had our friend Nadia, and we are going to do all the dips, all the DPS or damage per second. Ready? I think I usually stop this around 45 seconds, I want to say, maybe. I don't really know. It's been a while since I've done one of these videos, so let's just hit it. Ready, and go. Go, 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 go. So whole thing, you just want to be in the circle, A. And then we're going to do this for, like I said, about 30 to 45 seconds. I think maybe I do 30. I think 30 is what I usually go for. Yeah, 30 sounds right. I did mess up a hair, but you can see the damage is still pretty good there, so we're feeling all right. It's actually more damage than what I was doing on my Blood Knight. Now, given it's a little bit different because I've gotten more upgrades in general, so it's not necessarily a fair comparison apples to apples, but overall it's pretty good damage. We're going to pause right there. So 17.9 damage. You could have gotten the DPS per second up a little bit higher. I've seen Necros with much higher damage per second, but ultimately I feel really good about that. And now let's talk about the build itself and what I would recommend changing if I could. So for the set gear, for this build, we are running all 6 pieces of Shepherd's Call to get all of the damage for our summon. So you deal 15% more damage, the crit hit chance, the summons enter a freezing state, all of that great stuff there. Now, none of this is really min-maxed. As you can see, I have a lot more upgrades. It's not the max combat rating, which means I don't have the best stats available. And apparently I was missing our gem socket on this one, so that's an L. But anyway, so there's a lot of little things you could do to make this build better with just the set gear, because this is just what I had to have the 6-piece bonus. I didn't really have all of them maxed. I didn't want to just burn through all of my set gear Fabled Wisp in order to do that. But that's the set gear that I would recommend for this build. For the headpiece, we're using the Skull Vial, which is the one that increases the mage duration. The shoulders, we're using Executive Discontent, which is... Did I miss it? I did miss it. Increase all damage you deal by 9.5% for each skeletal mage. The chest piece, we are doing the one that is a Bone Wall now conjures the altar of the dead, increasing your damage while you remain within the area. Does work for your summons as well. For the pants, we are rocking Bone Wall duration increase. This one's pretty big because now there's only about 2 seconds that the Bone Wall isn't up before you get it back off cooldown, which is pretty nice. And then of course I had that gem maxed out, which is actually FYI kind of new for the channel. I did max out my Mother's Lament, so I feel pretty good about that actually. So I have 2 awakened slots now, and the next gem I'm working on is going to be the Viper's Bite, which is a very good gem. No complaints there on that choice. For the main hand, first main hand, we're doing Command Golem now summons a Poison Golem. Other main hand, I'm increasing the damage that I'm dealing with my Command Skeletons. First offhand, we are rocking Skeletal Mages now have a chance to be empowered. And then second offhand, we're rocking the Command Golem damage increased by 19%. Now, like I said, there are some upgradable options if you have some different essences. So if we go to Legendary Essence Mastery, go to the offhand in particular. I've been farming for this one offhand for so long and I just can't get it. So instead of dragging it on, I've maxed out my Essence Mastery on the Necro and I still haven't found this offhand. This is by far the better offhand. So what it is the Skeletal Mages now summon a Dark Magus that unleashes Hungering Soulfire at nearby enemies, skeletal damage increased by 18%. This one is so good and will increase your overall damage and your DPS just by a crazy amount. Now, which weapon would I switch for? It would actually be this one, which has a chance of having your skeletal mages empowered. You want to switch this one for that one. That is the much better version and much more consistent damage that you would be getting with that offhand instead of this one. I don't think there's any other ones. There might be a main hand. I think I have all the main hands actually. Yeah, I think I'm good here. Yeah, and there's really that's it. Oh, I have one available to turn in. Yay! But anyway, so that's going to do it for today's video, guys. This build is very consistent in terms of damage. I was working on a completely different video for my overworld farming, but this one just does so much damage that I ended up using this one anyway. So anything PvE, use this summon build. I did actually test, in case you're curious. There are some of the skills where If you use Dark Curse, it does something on the ground that increases the damage per second of your summons. The Bone Wall does do more damage. I did test that. I should have recorded it, but I didn't. This one is way more consistent damage. So this is the one that I would prefer and recommend for all of you. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Just gonna bang out this video real quick. This is my current favorite PvE legendary build for the Necro. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And until next time, guys, lock it in.